Hello, this is 5 Minute Feldy. Welcome. I'm Feldenkrais teacher Ralph Hadden, and here in Melbourne, in Wurundjeri country, it's Monday, 4th October 2021. And today we've been progressing slowly. The head, shoulders, chest, belly, pelvis, and now we're down to the pelvic floor, which is that layer of muscle and connective tissue at the base of the pelvis. So please make yourself comfortable, and for this, well, I recommend lying down, but you could really be in any position at all that is quite comfortable. So first of all, simply make yourself comfortable and pay attention to what you're experiencing and how do you feel right now. And in particular, pay attention to your breath and just breathe easily, quietly, and notice the motion of your breath, how there's a slight change of shape, change of position as you breathe. And think of the breath down into your belly and how probably as you inhale, as the diaphragm pulls down, there's a pushing down into the belly will enlarge and there's more pressure on the soft tissue of the belly as the diaphragm pulls down. And release, and maybe you can feel as you breathe in there's a pushing into the pelvic floor. I wonder if you can sense down into the pelvic floor any response to your breathing. Very subtly, you may not notice it, but notice if you do notice. Okay, leave that go. And just repeat, you can be in any position that's comfortable. I suggest lying down, but whatever's comfortable. Now, please, could you activate your pelvic floor? Do something to squeeze your pelvic floor. So that's the area of muscle and tissue at the base of your pelvis. And you could think of something like you're needing to pee, but you're holding it in or holding in a fart. Or think you're trying to pull the pelvic floor up into your abdomen. Some way, activate and release a few times your pelvic floor. And when do you breathe as you activate the pelvic floor? Breathe in or breathe out or hold your breath? What do you notice? Okay, and leave that go. Now, slowly breathe in, and as you breathe out, give a little squeeze to your belly and then release. And try that a few times. You're going to still breathing easily, but as you exhale, very gently, just a slight contraction of the abdomen to help the exhale. And then as you breathe in, you just let that go completely. Now keep doing that and add to that, squeeze the belly and squeeze the pelvic floor as you exhale. And then let everything go as you inhale. A few times. I'll just repeat the instructions. Just keep trying that. You're going to breathe in easily. Then as you exhale, a little squeeze of the abdominal muscles and a little squeeze of the pelvic floor as you exhale. And then inhale, let that all go. Okay, and once again, have a rest and pause. Notice how you feel. Now, let's just swap it around the breath and the pelvic floor because we want to be able to be breathing in or breathing out, whatever you happen to be doing. So let's see, could you try it that as you inhale, you squeeze your pelvic floor and exhale, let it go. So breathing in, it's like you're breathing in and pulling in the pelvic floor. Exhale, let everything go. Okay. And pause, have a rest. And let's see if we can make we'll experiment with holding the pelvic floor a little longer. So squeeze the pelvic floor and breathe in, breathe out for 1 or 2 breaths. So, in your own time, try that. Squeeze the pelvic floor, keep it squeezed, hold it as you slowly breathe in, slowly breathe out, or steadily breathe. You don't have to slow the breath down, just breathe a normal breath, holding the pelvic floor for a couple of breaths, then let go, and then try again. Now, if you've not practiced this, it may be hard to do, maybe unfamiliar for you, and you might like to practice it later on after you've watched this video. But anyway, just to say that once again, you're going to squeeze the pelvic floor, hold it squeezed for 1 or 2 breaths, in and out, then let go. Okay, that'll do. Now just quietly rest, pay attention to breathing. Particularly notice the breath in the belly and any response to the breath down in the pelvic floor. And once or twice more, simply contract and release the pelvic floor. Notice what that feels like. Notice whether you breathe in or out. And then let that go and have a feeling of letting go completely, breathing quietly, and simply paying attention, noticing how you feel. And that'll do for today. Thank you for your attention. Hope to see you at the same time tomorrow. In the meantime, please keep moving. Bye.